Good to start, Indira.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Toastmasters for Hyderabad Entrepreneurs, meeting number 46. I am your sergeant at arms for today's meeting, and my name is Indira. I will start the meeting by stating with the mission of our club. Mission of our club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The values of Toastmasters program are respect, integrity, service, and excellence. Let us exhibit our commitment to this by taking my Toastmasters promise. All Toastmasters in the virtual room, please raise your hand and keep it on the heart and say, I do. When I complete reading the promise, as member of Toastmasters internal and my Toastmaster Club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assessments, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefit Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidance and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Thank you so much for all. Let me explain some basic rules of this meeting. Please turn on all noise making devices into silent mode. Please clap whenever the control is transferred. You can use virtual option to do so. Please check for your audio and video connection before speaking. Please stay muted if you are not on any role which may distract the speaker. If you face any technical glitch, contact Zoom Master. Please refrain from speaking on sex, politics, and religion in any derogatory manner. Please keep your video on throughout the meeting. Everyone present in the meeting will have to follow these rules. We welcome all the guests today and shall enjoy today's meeting. I would like to invite President Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Indira. I welcome one and all. I know today we don't have any guests or non-Toastmasters, so I would like to skip the introduction of Toastmasters, but want to share something which inspired me today. How many of you were rejected for one time or two times in your life for anything? Or you did succeed, try to do something and you were not successful at your first attempt? Can you raise your hand? Even me, I was also one of them. So today I was going through the story of Colonel Sanders. Do you know who is this person? Yes. He was someone who achieved a remarkable life in his journey towards life only in 60s. He got a paycheck of $99 and he was in search of money to pay his bills. And he left his state, Kentucky, and tried to see that his chicken recipe was sold to everyone. But he was rejected, and rejected. Can anyone guess how many times he was rejected?
1009.
Yes, 1008 times, or 1009th time was successfully sold his chicken recipe, and this is famous, now known as KFC chicken. Isn't it inspiring? We always think that we should finish our education at 25, get married and have children at 35, have an EMI free house at 45, and 65 we should be ready to go. No, life might start at any moment. All we need is determination and our attitude towards life to achieve something. And when we try it, if not once, twice, thrice, we will get succeeded only when we keep on attempting. With this, I would like to pass on the control of today's meeting to this person who always makes me to write my speeches number of times and who always gives me a split personality evaluation when I ask him for. He becomes accounter, timer, grammarian, evaluator, and general evaluator on my speeches. My mentor, my senior Toastmaster Raghu.
Thank you, Madam President, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Kalpana, for such an inspiring story and also such a great introduction for me. You know what? Something happened yesterday. One of our Toastmasters were walking in a jungle. And while they were walking, they suddenly faced a bear. He was so afraid of that bear that he couldn't move at all. Bear was ready to attack. Just before attacking, our Toastmaster went and told something in its ear. The bear ran away from there. Before that, it bowed down to the Toastmaster and ran away. He just told, if I die today, you have to go and give speech in my place in our Toastmaster club. Such is the fear of public speaking as a glossophobia across world. They say 75% of the population is affected by this. Don't you think so? We are all afraid. And you should see the speech of Rajiv Srinivas. I was amazed by his speech on glossophobia as a test speaker in one of the contests. Proud to be there, actually. But then, when we talk about speech, is it just the Toastmaster speech? Is it not something that we do? What I want to emphasize today is even everything that we do in our life, every communication is a speech. The way that we talk must make sense to the other person. If you just want to blabber, this is a different thing. But if you want to talk something that makes sense to others, then it has to be in a structured way. What is the structure that we talk about? Opening, body, and a closing. And what is a closing? Is the how to give a takeaway. You remember the way that our mothers shout on us. You don't have your room clean, you are not getting married, you are not doing that, you're not doing this. They shout so much that the message gets lost. One of my mentors, DTM Smita, when her mother shouts, he just says, Mom, your end message is not clear. So be clear on one thing and give a proper one message to me. And then her mother keeps shouting and then she just runs away from the place. So the message clarity should be there. So we'll talk more about this because today is a speakathon, the day where all our Toastmasters are breaking down the shackles of fear of public speaking and then coming over and giving speeches. Today is just me that you have to bear around because we don't have a general evaluator. I'll be the one managing complete meeting with my team of role players. We have timer of the day, Toastmaster Nikhila. Nikhila, can you please explain your role?
Thank you, Raghu. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today I'm playing the role of timer. As a timer, I will time the table topics, speeches, and evaluations. I will also alert speakers for the time left using green, yellow, and red cards. For table topics, I will show green at 1 minute, 1.5 yellow card, and red at 2 minutes. For the speeches, I'll show green at 4 minutes, red at yellow at 5 minutes, and red at 6 minutes.
Nikhila, it will be specific timings for
Sorry,
each
yeah.
speech. So
5,
Umesh
6, 7
speech,
minutes.
yeah. You please listen to what the evaluator is telling, and then you can do it according to that.
Sure.
Umesh speech will be 10 to 15 minutes, 10 green, and then you can give 13 as yellow and 15 as red. Then other speeches just 5 to 7, 5 green, 6 yellow, and then 7 red. Okay. So how are you going to show timer cards? Can you please show? Are you
Sure.
going to show as virtual background, as going to screen share?
Screen share, Raghu.
Sure.
Can we have that check, please?
Yes.
Can you see the timer cards? Can you please confirm?
No. Are you able to share? No. I don't think you're able to share, right?
I'm sharing only. 1 second.
Nikhila, you're not sharing. You don't have rights to share. Now you should have the rights to share.
Is it fine now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you able to see the screen? Others? Okay, great. Thank you, Nikhila. Manasa, as a word master, can you please introduce the word of the day and also tell us about your role? Are you there, Manasa?
Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Good evening, all. Today I'm going to be a grammarian. So it is my responsibility to pay, close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. So today the word of the day is peroration. So meaning is that the concluding part of a speech typically like intended to inspire enthusiasm in the audience. So example of it is he again invoked the theme in an emotional peroration. So when it comes to the idiom is a dime a dozen, meaning something common. So example of it is those antique dishes are pretty, but they are dime a dozen. Sorry. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day and the idiom of the day. So I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Manasa. So coming back to the topic of the day, what are the important elements of a speech apart from the content is your delivery? When you look at delivery, there are different aspects of it. Are you able to make eye contact? So eye contact aspect varies from your physical to online meetings. In online meetings, are you able to make eye contact to the camera? So if you are looking at a camera, it's more like I'm making eye contact. Like right now, I'm looking into camera. If I look down, trying to look at you, it's more like you feel like I'm looking down in camera. So that's a different aspect. Second thing is your hand gestures. Are you able to move properly? It should be in sync. It should not be over. It should not be less. It should be in sync with what you're trying to tell. Third thing is your voice modulation. When you increase or decrease your voice according to the sentiment of your speech, that is when you're able to exhibit what actually you mean, the emotion of your speech. That matters a lot. Next aspect is the rate of speech. How fast or how slow you are talking. There's an average rate of speech. If you want to give your speech effectively, it should be 80 to 100 words. For example, if you're trying to talk for 5 to 7 minutes, don't try to write your 1000 word speech. It should be between 500 to 700 words. Don't go over that. Unless you're reading it, you cannot cover it. Otherwise, it will be like Rajdhani Express going over the camera or Rajdhani Express going in your room where you're talking. So if you want your audience to understand you, because the speech is meant for the audience to understand. Your rate of speech should be in line with that they should understand. Especially when you go to Western countries, they feel how us Indians are rather than expressive because they don't understand. First time, I mean, several times when I went there, I thought they were idiots when they said that they don't understand anything I spoke. Two things. What mattered to them was one was my rate of speech. Second was my enunciation or pronunciation, how I'm pronouncing it. What happened with me was I always used to cut short my words because if you come to the second part of my word, any word that I spoke, they are just eating away. Happens with most of us. So try to go slow. As I told, 500 to 700 words only, and that will help you. Keep practicing it. The last aspect is keep practicing, repeating your speeches as much as possible. That will help you to become better. These speeches or whatever roles that you are doing in Toastmaster is not for Toastmaster. This is preparation for your real life, professional, personal, or if you're an entrepreneur in your entrepreneurial journey. When you actually take these learnings to there, that is when you can learn and grow. Now it's time to start the meat of a meeting, which is prepared speech section. We all know what it means, so I will not explain this section part. We have 4 amazing speakers today. We have Toastmaster Umesh Shavan, who is attempting his level 4 Manage a Difficult Audience project as a first speaker. Then we have second speaker as Toastmaster Vikas, who is attempting level 1 project 2. Toastmaster Sai Sweta, attempting level 2 project 1. And Toastmaster Nepa from Sri Lanka is attempting our level 2 project 2. It's time to invite our first speaker. Before that, can I call Toastmaster Kalpana, the presiding officer of the club, to give the speech objectives for our first speaker.
Check. Am I audible and visible? Today, Toastmaster Umesh is going to present manage difficult audience project, attempt to manage difficult audience project. The purpose of this project is to practice the skills needed to address audience challenges when you present outside of the Toastmasters Club. Timer, please note the time of this project is for 10 to 15 minutes. Please raise green card when 10 minutes are completed, yellow card at 13 minutes, and red card at 15 minutes. I wish all the best to Toastmaster Umesh. Over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Raghu.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kalpana. The essence of this project that Toastmaster Umesh is attempting is to prepare for the actual environment outside. In Toastmaster meeting, we tend to keep our mouth shut just to respect the meeting, but it's not how it happens in the outside. We all know that, especially coming from schools where we all keep saying, Madam, 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 Madam. We all remember those days, right? So we are used to that. Now, let us see how Umesh will come over that. And I have implanted some, and I will see if others can also just come up and trouble our speaker today. The Toastmaster Umesh, what I call him as a bro, because he is brother from other mother. He always is ready to help me in anything. And he is one person who speaks from his heart. He's an experienced Toastmaster for 4 years now. And he is from Pune Marathi Toastmasters and also My Boli Toastmaster from USA, a bilingual club there. Toastmaster Umesh, Golden Key, Toastmaster Umesh.
Raghu, can you change the view, please? Before I start?
It's already in gallery mode.
No, it's not. I'm not able to. The way you shown on the chair.
You want to change to that mode? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I request everyone to please keep your camera on.
Yeah, please keep your camera on.
Everyone,
Anto,
just only for 10 minutes.
Indira, Mallikarjun, Vikas, Manasa, Umesh. It's going to be some fun. So let us see. What happened? Give me a minute. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's visible for me now. All are sitting in the
Coming
chair.
now. It's coming.
It's black for me. So for some reason, give me a minute.
I'm not able to see only Raghu.
We can able to see you.
Yeah, we are able to see everything, everyone, except Manasa, Vikash. We are
Okay, great.
Oh, Anto is also there. Good.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
happy.
Toastmaster Umesh, golden key, Toastmaster Umesh.
Smile. What is your definition of happiness? Anyone? Anto, I would like to hear from you.
I'm trying to unmute the mic, but yeah, I got it now. Got carried away by this. Happiness for me is to see people. And for me, I think it is to see people and to smile and to see other people smile. That's my definition of happiness. When I see
Great.
other people smile, I'm happy and I smile. And in turn, they smile. And it's a circle that never doesn't end. So I enjoy to see people smile. Just like I can see Raghuji smiling right now.
Yes, absolutely, you're right. Our definition matches. We have same thoughts and wavelength for happiness. But before attending and getting a golden key, which is in my hand, I'm going to hand over to everyone before end of my speech.
I do
was
have a
that
difference in
key?
opinion.
Yes.
I believe smile is that it starts from our lips that ends in another people's heart. That's what I truly believe on what smile is. It's not just like, yeah, just judging happiness or whatever things like that. It should start with the lips and a blown smile rather than just faking it. And you should convert it to the heart that, yeah, each others have a bonding in between. And that is the way you should have it. That is my definition of smile.
Yes, that is the one of the other definition of smile. Smile. How many? Can you smile? A bigger, louder one? Louder one? Yes, you are spreading happiness. Do you want to try with me? A small smile or happiness, how we can spread? Many of your team knows. A small example. I will say ha, you will say twice ha ha. And then after this exercise, I wanted to know whether you are standing on your definition or you wanted to change your view. Ready? Ha ha.
ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha
See,
ha ha ha.
your small smile can spread happiness in everyone.
I have a question. Why
Yes.
should your title be just golden key? Happiness, can't it be a diamond key or silver key?
Yes, it's a golden key. I'm going to unreveal why it is a golden key.
But
In
diamond
my
is more costly, isn't it?
It's nothing to do about the cost. It is about the satisfaction. What you give, what you get the satisfaction within, from within.
But gold is not worth that worth. So why just gold? You're talking about a materialistic view, and then you say that it's not about the cost.
In my opinion, everyone is golden by heart. Have you heard a diamond heart?
I don't know.
Nowadays, you can say the platinum also the expensive than gold. Why can't you
Yeah.
go with platinum? Why only the golden key?
But I'm going to reveal why it's a golden key. The first thing, I request everyone to close
Sorry,
your
my
eyes.
argument is you are saying gold is the precious thing. Then have you ever heard of
No,
silver or XYZ? That's the
no,
reason
I'm
I'm
not
asking why
saying
we
gold
go
is a
for
precious.
platinum.
I'm saying preciousness lies in the views, eyes, means how we see. You can see a simple key and that can be as precious for you. not necessarily a
Then
golden key.
materialistic thing is not, will not help. Okay. Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah, I would like to, I would like to give why golden key. Just small exercise we will do. I request everyone to unmute yourself, and whatever instruction I am giving, just follow those only for 1 to 2 minutes. Close your eyes. Everyone. Take a deep breath. One more time. On the count of 4, take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kalpana, you are not closing your eyes. I request you to please close your eyes. That's why I asked for this view. And definitely after this 1 minute, you are going to get the key. I don't know which color of the key is. It may be platinum, it might be diamond, or it might be golden, which I found. So are you ready? So we are going to chant Om 3 times with our closed eyes. Take a deep breath and start chanting Om. Synergy. Now close your eyes and be with yourself and imagine the happiest moment of your life. It can be the time spent with your loved one. It can be a time spent with your spouse, or it can be a time spent with your near ones.
I'm unable to concentrate. I just feel like there's a Ramdev Baba in this meeting today and giving us instructions.
Absolutely
What is
right.
all this about?
And that is the golden key is you have to live the present moment. Why you are here? You are here to hear my speech. And what I'm giving a golden key to be in a present moment. That is the golden key I wanted to give.
But
Whatever
I'm feeling sleepy.
We should be in the present moment.
But I'm feeling sleepy. You're asking me to close my eyes and concentrate. I'm not able to do. I'm just feeling sleepy about it.
But I see you are not sleepy. I see a charm, a white glow on your face after this. Don't you think, Kalpana, you are also seeing the same what I'm seeing? Or Anto? So I request everyone, every time our happiness changes as per the situation. Earlier, my happiness was when I will have a kid, I will be more happy. Then it becomes when I will have my own 3 BHK home, I will be happy. Then when
Kalpana,
I will
what you
go
prepared for
abroad.
dinner today?
Sorry?
That's what, when I was closing my eyes, I was thinking the same thing, Indira, Nikhila, that, what is that I have to go and prepare my happiness. When I thought it was in kitchen only, I was seeing myself cooking something. That is where I understood I have to be like a cook only.
Yes.
World maps.
How about you, Nikhila? What is your plan for dinner tonight?
I'm thinking to prepare something spicy, kind of bendi. I'm planning.
Nikhila, do you are going to invite everyone in the meeting room for the spicy thing? And can you reveal out your dish? So I will also like to join. Being I think I'm a master chef.
Oh,
so,
okay. I would like to taste your, what is your signature dish, Umesh? May I know?
that I will reveal in my next speech. Current topic is a golden key. That is, we need to be in a present moment. So focus on present moment for next hour till the meeting ends and enjoy the beautiful, wonderful, mesmerizing speeches. Not only mine, but there are lined up far better and better speeches. So Kalpana, don't worry. If your dish is not ready, Raghu will order or he will take you outside for dinner. Is that okay? So coming back to point, changes. But once we get that thing, for a moment or for one day or for 2 days or for maybe 1 week or month, that happiness stays. But if we learn the art of being present in the moment, 2 years, the situation of COVID has taught us how we can be happy in any situation. How many of you have been in lockdown for more than 6 months, not gone outside? I think everyone. How many of you have not traveled outside or our yearly travel plan, which is a source of our energy, but still it has managed? And how many of you who think that those are workaholic and they need to go to office and then only work can be done, have accommodated themselves and converted the habit of working from home, giving time to family, giving time to our hobbies, and giving time to office equally? I think that is the key which we learned from this. Other than just focusing on the situation and seeing the negative side, if we see the positive side of the situation and trying to be in a positive present moment, that can be a golden second key. That second key is accept the people as they are, accept the situation as they are, and then decide your actions. As rightly said, this key is golden for me, but Raghu didn't like golden. He want diamond. Someone wanted to have platinum. So I accepted their viewpoint of view. I accepted the situation, and accordingly, I have taken the action. The same way in your life, when you are dealing with your clients, when you are dealing with your managers, when you are dealing with your subordinates, or sometimes with family members, there are some clashes or there are different point of view. I said instead of clashes, use the word difference of opinion. If we understand by putting ourselves in his shoes, then the scenario is different. Every situation is right. Every person is right from his point of view. So we need to understand and we need to come out to the optimal solution. And last but not the least, third golden key is if you can spread the happiness by giving gratitude or act of kindness, that will be a great thing which will make you more happy, and more happy. From tomorrow, it will be a festival of lights. The light from darkness to light. If you can do a small act for
But
anyone.
Umesh, I think, getting on to, happiness today is overrated. You can just get on to social media, get onto Instagram, swipe a few videos and pictures, see a couple of cats scratching at each other. Won't that be enough to, make yourself happy? Do you need to go through these keys and all these other things to, it's too complicated? Isn't it better, isn't technology and social media moving us in that direction?
And I would like to know you have how many friends on Facebook? Maybe 100 plus. But when you are down and when you really need someone to share your pain, a situation, that Facebook is going to work. Or if you can give me a call, you can give a call to Raghu and come and cry on the shoulder and share your pain, which you cannot be able to share on the Facebook. Is that going to give you the happiness? That you have to judge. In my opinion, being in the present moment, trusting on the people, meeting, and a small act. I request you to do this small act in coming 5 days, whatever as per your capability. A small light, small money, small, we call it Ferrari in Marathi. I don't know the English name. You can give a grocery items for 1 month, either your maid or anyone you think he deserves and he required in this situation. And then see how your smile and what happiness and contentment you will get, just rather than seeing on the Facebook scratchy cats and the videos. And do remember I'm going to text my number and give me the feedback, what peace of mind and what happiness from within you will get. And that will be the success of my today's speech. And not only this, not only Anto, I'm requesting everyone in the audience that please forgive whatever the mistakes every other has done or whatever mistakes we have done. Forgiveness is the first thing. And then only you are able to give the gratitude or kindness to others, and do that act and see what type of happiness you get and how miracles will happen. So how many of you are ready to take this? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. I believe there's some issue on my side. I need to make someone else co-host. Timer, can you please share how much time was taken by Toastmaster Umesh? Nikhila?
It's like 15 minutes, 10 seconds.
Thank you very much. I will ask audience to share your feedback. There's 1 minute time. Please take 1 minute to give feedback to Umesh in private chat. Thank you very much. The greatest satisfaction is disrupting somebody in life, irrespective of are you able to help yourself. It is more like disrupting somebody. I hope everybody got that self gratification or because the pleasure of disrupting today's Toastmaster Umesh's speech as a difficult audience. And I hope Umesh also has learned something as part of this project. Because see, he has today has given an inspiration or motivation speech. What are the aspects of it is a central message that they want to pass upon, and they have built over that. The central message is there in every speech, but here it is more like to motivate you to do something better on your life. He wants us to be happy, and the aspect that he talked about that. The next is Toastmaster Vikas. He is from Madhapur Toastmasters, and he is attempting his L1 P2 presentation mastery project. So I will ask his speech evaluator Toastmaster Siva to give speech objective first.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day, DTM Raghu. Good evening, everyone. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Vikas, is attempting his L1 P2B in presentation mastery pathway. The speech objectives are the purpose of this speech is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his
I think it's probably a wrong evaluation.
Yeah. The purpose of this project is to speaker to get the evaluation from his first speech and apply the same in the second speech to repeat the same. Timer, please note that the length of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. His speech title was "You Will Win." All the best, Toastmaster Vikas. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Shiva. This project from Pathways emphasizes on importance of feedback. Unless you believe in the feedback, unless you are ready to take the feedback and give the feedback, you cannot become a great leader or a great person in your life. Let us see what Toastmaster Vikas has in store for us. Toastmaster Vikas, you will win. You will win, Toastmaster Vikas.
हार के जीतने वाले को बाजीगर कहते हैं। Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guest. You might have heard, you might have seen the people growing, getting promotion, having the, salary increment after meeting some project criteria, meeting the goals or meeting the objective. Let you raise the hand and, tell us that how many of you seen the people growing, getting the promotion, having the enjoying the success, objective, even meeting without meeting the project goals or meeting the goals. Can you please raise the hand? Sorry, I can't see. Okay, I can see some hands. So there are the people who, get success or enjoy the success, get promotions or increment, even without meeting the goals. What type of people, what these people do differently that they enjoy the success benefit even without getting that success. Let me give you an example, to correlate closely. In the last Cricket World Cup, New Zealand lost the cup. They lost the final, but they won the heart of the people. They were welcomed like a winner in the New Zealand hometown. So there are the ways when, which if these are followed, then you can enjoy the success, whatever be the end result of your goal. And these can be divided into the 4 parts, which I'm going to cover right now. First is defining the objective, defining the goal criteria. And let me take my personal experience. So I am a LinkedIn user, and whenever I go through my LinkedIn, I see my co-worker, my friends, my colleagues, they keep uploading, and sometimes they upload some of the outcome of their course, some certification they did. And whenever I see such courses on the success, success stories for them, it might be a certification done by them on the machine learning, data science, or it may be the artificial intelligence. I definitely feel good for them, but honestly, it doesn't feel good for me, because that's make me to feel that, hey, I'm not doing something which I should do. And there is the requirement definition or clarity required at the time, at a stage when I defined myself that, hey, I want to be a project manager. I got my clarity that, hey, I want to move into the project management. I also got a clarity that I don't want to go into the other fields. It might be the data science, machine learning, or coding. And that way, once that decision was made, then I started enjoying the success done by my friends, and it was not impacting me now. So when you define your objective, your goals, where you want to go, and then it's make you to, peace with yourself, and you are clear, you are focused, and you keep working for that. So defining that goal and success criteria is very, very important, where you want to reach. That is the first thing. Secondly, dividing that goals into the milestone that, hey, if I want to achieve something bigger, it cannot be done in a day or 2. It will take its own time, and that's good that it is taking its own time. But we can divide into some, milestone, and some of the milestone can be very easy to achieve. This might be low hanging fruit, and that can be, make us believe on ourselves and increase our confidence, not for ourselves, also for the others. And that's the same thing, helping those defining those milestone helps. And let me give you my personal experience here. I wanted to lose some weight, and that weight was around 10 kg, and I was not knowing how to do it. But when I started it, hey, let me start my journey. Let me start for my first 2 kg loss of the weight. That's something I decided that, hey, this is a time criteria I want to achieve, and this is my way of doing it. And that strategy will definitely, varies from the first 2 kg loss weight as compared to the last 2 kg weight loss. And that's the way it's worked. So having that milestone definition really helps. Third is the people. So you cannot achieve your goal, or you cannot achieve the success without, taking help from the other, making them on board with the success journey you are going to have. It might be your manager, it might be your co-worker, or it might be your friends, or it might be your spouse. who help you to achieve those goals, and make sure that you are doing that. And in case of my weight loss journey, it was my spouse, my wife, who helped me to achieve that. And at any point, if I was not meeting on my goals, or I'm not working on, she was the person who was behind me to keep me on track. Fourth part, I will say, is more like the flexibility and agility. So there are the changes keep happening in our life. Our priorities keep changing. And if I say today, in the next 4 days, we are going to have Diwali, and that Diwali is going to definitely derail me on my weight loss journey. That is my personal goal. And with this, I have to be adaptable. I have to be flexible enough to adjust those things, adjust my goals and my milestone, so that I keep working and keep moving. So these are the 4 criteria I normally define that, hey, when you are working on this, and if you are following these things, you are going to achieve success. That is the very high probability. And in case you are not able to meet that success criteria, but your efforts will be appreciated, and that's why we say that, hey, you will win whatever will be the outcome of your efforts. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. Another motivational speech from our Toastmaster Vikas. We can have applause for that. And I urge members to share feedback over private chat to Toastmaster Vikas. We'll take 1 minute for that. Meanwhile, can I ask Nikhila to continue sharing after the green card? After green card, continue sharing. Don't stop sharing. Is that okay?
Yeah, fine.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone. Our third speaker today is Toastmaster Sai Sweta. She comes from TCS Maitreyi Toastmasters, and I love the way that though she just recently started, she has tried to take different roles in a very less time. It shows the courage that she has brought up and enthusiasm to learn. So before I call her upon stage, can I ask Toastmaster Ramesh, who is joining us today from Madhapur Toastmasters, to give her speech objectives for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. Good evening, everyone, my dear fellow Toastmasters and dear Shweta. So today, Shweta is attempting her level 2 project 1 from her chosen pathways, strategic relationships. And her speech objectives are: the purpose of this project is for the member to identify her primary leadership style or styles, and to share some aspects of her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. And her speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. Wish you all good luck, Shweta. Over to you, Toastmaster Raghu.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ramesh. He has come up with a speech title that every one of us keep asking ourselves. Am I a leader, Toastmaster Sweta? Am I a leader, Toastmaster Sweta?
Thank you, Raghu and Ramesh. Does anyone know how a leader look like? Or can anyone define the exact qualities of a leader? If you feel you can define, you can raise your hand. Yes, we cannot box leadership to certain aspects. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way, said by John C. Maxwell. Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I am Toastmaster Sweta from Wipro Industries Toastmaster Club, Pune. Today I am here to present my level 2 project 1, which is leadership style. I entered the word leader in Google just to see how it will define. As it showed up, a leader is a person who leads or commands a group, organization, or country. After going through this definition by Google, a question popped up in my mind. Then, what are the qualities a good leader should have? Again, I got a very big list of qualities stating integrity, communication, self-awareness, gratitude, learning agility, influence, courage, respect. I felt, are these the qualities a leader should have? Or a grocery list? Above all these, I felt that a leader is a person who adapts to the situation, deal with the group by standing in their shoes and make the work done. Am I a leader? Yes. I know I am just 22 years old, but I question myself. Am I a leader? A million times. Okay, let me tell you a small story. Maybe you all know this story, but I will tell in my style. Prince and the Sheep. There was a beautiful kingdom which was ruled by a prince who took over the kingdom after his father's death. After few months of ruling, things started testing him. The drought caused losses for the farmers, killed many animals, birds, and plants even. After few months, a disease killed many people in the kingdom. And again, after few months, an enemy king took over the kingdom, killing many people and imprisoned some of them. The young king somehow managed to escape, and he planned to meet his childhood friend, who was the king of neighboring kingdom. On his way, he was thinking about how all these things happened to me. He was born and bred to be king of most powerful and richest kingdom. But now he lost everything. He believed that he had bad luck. When the young king reached his friend's palace, the guards did not allow him because of his dirty clothes. He tried so much time, but he failed. Then he took a job to buy new clothes, and finally he reached his friend. To his king friend, he explained all the things that happened to him. After hearing his story, his king friend ordered his ministers to give him 100 sheep. The young king was surprised, and because he expected much more than this. He doesn't want to be a shepherd, but he has nothing else to speak or do. So he took his friend's offer. After few days, while he was gazing his shepherd, a group of wolves attacked his herd and killed each one of them. While the wolves were attacking, the king ran away from that place. This happened multiple times, and in the last time, the king gave him 25 sheep. This time, the young king decided that if he lost this sheep now, he is not going to get any help from his friend. So he studied his place completely and understood the wolves' attacking areas. Then he added additional fences, took all the precautions, and after some years, his herd has grown into 1,000 sheep. With so much joy, he meets his friend at the palace and told him what he achieved. After hearing him, the friend king ordered his ministers to give him a whole state to rule over. Hearing this, he asked his friend, "Why didn't you give me the state to rule when I first come to you for help?" The friend king replied, "First time when you came to me for help, your mindset was like you were born and bred to be a leader. But the truth was you are far from it. So when I give you the head, I was waiting for you to learn how to manage and lead others. Dear friends, he said, dear friend, now I believe you are ready to lead others." With this story, we can understand leadership is 30% genetic and 70% learned. These findings propose that Leaders are made, not born. Now, the question is, am I the leader? I am the eldest kid of our generation in our family, and I have 20 plus younger cousins. You know how tough it is? From my childhood, I was called as a leader to this group of younger ones, like the captain of the ship. I also failed so many times, but again stood up, learned things, understood people, and after these many years, even, I was the leader of the group. Yes, I am the leader. I was not born to be a leader, but I made myself as a leader. I always feel the day I stop learning is the day for everything, is the end day for everything in life. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Nikhila, can you stop sharing the time card? Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sweta. Justine, Toastmaster Sweta has given a demonstrative speech today talking about leadership style and also use storytelling technique in our speech. I urge everyone to take 1 minute to share feedback with Sweta. Thank you, everyone. Our next speaker, our fourth speaker today is Toastmaster Nepa Vikramasinghe. She is joining from Sri Lanka. Her speech evaluator today is our Toastmaster Rajiv Srinivas. Rajiv Srinivas, can you please give speech objectives for Nepa?
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. Today, Toastmaster Nepa Vikramasinghe is doing her Pathways Presentation Mastery L2P2 speech, Effective Body Language. The purpose of her speech is to deliver speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how she uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. All the best to my target speaker. I'm sure from introduction to peroration, it won't be like a dime of dozen. It will be a spectacular speech. Timer, please not. It's 5 to 7 minutes. All the best and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Rajiv. You always bring the energy in the meeting. Toastmaster Nepa is the VP Education for Capitol Hills Toastmasters in Sri Lanka. She is here to give an amazing speech. So let's invite her over to the lectern. Toastmaster Nepa, short and small, Toastmaster Nepa.
Wait, how old are you again? I thought you still school me. Oh, you didn't see me. Don't worry. That's how most of the people see me before they look down. Toastmaster of the day, those who can ring the bell in the bus on their own, and those who can still buy clothes from the kids section. Now, compared to 99.99 of the people I meet in life, I belong to the second category, short and small. Every time I'm out with my friends, someone always exclaims, oh, is she your age? No way! Whenever I'm out with my siblings, oh, is she your elder sister? All this time, I thought she's the younger. And I look up straight and claim, God, why did you give me a 6.2 attitude and covered it with a 5.-2 altitude? Not fair. My first day at Toastmasters. They appreciated me for my courage. They applauded me for my talent, and they recommended me to join Gather because they said someone should be 18 plus to be a Toastmaster. Little did they know that I was actually 18 and a half. Now, back at school, being short and small was actually a blessing, especially when you travel by public transport and visit public places, because they always charged me only for half a ticket without a single word. When my all tall friends were forced to join the march past, running across that massive stadium under the burning sun, I was enjoying being a part of the cheering squad, singing and waving pom-poms. When my rest friends were part of plays like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, I won the Best Actor Award for the character Jack. Not the Jack in Titanic, but the Jack in Jack and the Beanstalk. Time passed by. My age went up, but my height didn't. One day, when we were at second year at university, me and my friend Chota was given a responsibility to bring in a cake and a knife. Chota took the cake, I took the knife, put inside my civil laws and regulations book, stapled this as much as I can, because they don't allow knives inside. I put the book inside my bag and slowly headed in. Hey, you two! A giant police officer with a big, fat, pot belly started rolling towards us. Did we got caught? Will he put us in jail? Who will give us bail? We started shivering. How old are you two?
21.
Chota smirked. 21? Must be after adding both the ages together, no? He yelled. Take out the ID cards. He took our ID cards, looked at us, looked at ID cards, and said, okay, go. Next time, if you want to eat cake, better go to a children's park. There we realized he stopped us not because of the knife, but because of our height and size. Not fair. Time passed by. My age went up and up, but my height didn't. I was so devastated until I saw my crush at a corporate training. He was the smartest, cutest, and the tallest I knew. Imagine in the journey of life, having him by my side, I'll never have to bother climbing on tools and chairs to reach the top floor of the pantry. And when we watch concerts together, he can simply lift me up and put on his shoulder so I can enjoy the show without staring at the front row people's backs. I was so happy. There, my heart started singing. I don't care who you are, where you're from, how short I'm, as long as you're taller, baby. I went up to him with a big smile, said, hi, Ritik. And he waved me back. Hello, kiddo. Did he just call me a kid? Now, I have heard people being bro-zoned, friend-zoned, sister-zoned, but according to the Guinness Book of World Records, I am the first to be kid-zoned by your crush. Not fair, but slowly I started realizing that my life is too short and small to worry that I'm too short and small, because my age went up and up, but my height didn't. Dear human letters, next time when you see someone short and small, just don't come to us and say, you're very short and small, you look like a minion. Dude, we already know that. And that's my leader. He And most importantly, don't try to mess with short and small people. Because dynamites might look short and small, but they are deadly and powerful. So be careful. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nipa. I asked audience to share their feedback, giving 1 minute for that. Thank you, everyone. Now, let's talk about different aspects of the speech. So let's talk about different types of speeches. We already have seen some in the meeting today. Demonstrative meeting, when the speaker wants to demonstrate certain aspects of our lifestyle or maybe leadership style or different styles. It can be anything that they want to demonstrate and let us know. It can be, you can consider your professor lectures or the lecture that you hear at your college or your university as well. Entertaining speech, something that Toastmaster Neta has given. I could see everyone smiling. She left everyone at least smile for a bit, isn't it? The informative speech, where they are about just information that they want to pass upon. It can be anything. The news that you read is a speech. Anything that you see where the information is sent in a packet of speech. Persuasive speech, something that Toastmaster Umesh has used. Persuasive skills, saying that this aspect is for happiness to be done. And he also has given a motivation speech. So it can be two aspects of his speech. Social speeches is what we can talk about. How Toastmasters started is when Ralph C. Smedley has seen that people were unable to give proper social speeches, especially when they have to raise the toast in a meeting. Something that started just for American youth today has become a global village where it is spread across the world. One thing that I've noticed traveling across the world is that we have more club outside United States than United States now, and we can say that it is a global organization now, not just limited to United States. Motivational speech, again, to motivate the audience to do something, to take an action, is a motivation speech. Then debate speech is when, especially two people want to debate on something, and there is some good aspect when you go to specialty club, advanced club, where the debates are part of it. They debate, but still they leave a message there. Forensic speech is a part of our level 1. Can somebody tell me what can be the best example of project from level 1 for forensic speech? Anybody? What does forensic mean? What do forensic do? They just research.
Investigative method.
Right. So what is the best speech, a project from level 1 that stands for forensic speech?
Research and presenting.
Wonderful. That's it. We do have that, where we do a research on certain topic and present topic. These are different kinds of speeches, a basic classification of speeches that we can always do. Now it's time to do the poll for best speaker. So let me launch it. It's ready. There are 4 speakers today: Toastmaster Umesh, Toastmaster Vikas, Toastmaster Sai Sweta, Toastmaster Nipa. So before I do, let me ask our timer of the day, who has been attentive throughout the meeting, Toastmaster Nikhila, are there any disqualification based upon time today?
Umesh has exceeded 10 seconds. He took 15 minutes, 10 seconds.
That is why we have a grace of 30 seconds. That is fine. So what about others?
Everybody is qualified, Raghu. all
Thank
are
you very
within
much.
time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I have a clear winner there. So it's time for break. Let's take 5 minutes break and come back. It's 8:10 now in India time and Sri Lanka time. Let's come back at 8:15. I hope everybody's okay with that. Whoever is not taking a break can just sit and go back. Okay. Hi, John. Thank you for joining today. We still have John Pasha.
Hey Raghu, good evening.
Good evening. Great to see you in the meeting.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We had so nice speeches today, right from Umesh till Nepa. Everyone had something to, I got to learn so many things. Thanks all speakers, and especially Nepa, I was like just laughing, and this reminded me of many of my personal things. Let me share that with you. I am very dark in complexion, and I am from South India. And I was studying with a group of friends who are from Gujarat, and I used to be completely dark in complexion. Whenever we had a group picture, I used to be like an odd man out person. And I just, this reminded me. So, all my, whenever we used to have a group picture of school, I used to feel bad that, I am the only one who is with dark complexion. Then my maternal uncle used to tell me one thing: one day you will grow big and you will go to some region which is outside India, and there you will be the one who is fair among all of them. So it's just that, the environment in which we are, sometimes it pulls us down, but don't worry. It's really good and inspiring. Thank you for sharing with us your speech, Nepa.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana. Yeah, I'm so used to it being mocked on a daily basis. Yeah, it no longer bothers me.
Nepa, it was a wonderful and mesmerizing speech. Till my college age, I was to be getting these comments like short. And in Pune, we used to do the prayer at the start of school. So everyone was searching for me. First, Umesh will stand, and then behind him, the row will begin. But my attitude, I said, you first start your row, and then I will join in.
I join. Yeah, that's what I also used to do.
And
I come last and go the first. Yeah, in the intro. Yeah.
And I remember I correlate with you because I love to play badminton, and I like my other hobby was volleyball. But because of my height, they were not selecting me in my school team. Though I am playing good, but they said you are not able to do the smashing. So I purposefully learned that, and I made sure that I will prove them wrong. Though I am not selected, but in school match I was the participant. But these are
great.
Great.
But after I made a point that I will grow my height, and after my college days, when I have an aluminum meet, those who have they're telling "Are butka" means Marathi word is "a butkya," like shorter. So come here. So they are now at my this level, and I am quite high. So that give me a different feeling.
I wish I could tell the same, but unfortunately, no.
And one more thing which I like about your speech, I'm desperate to give such a wonderful speech full of all ingredients and a humor as well. Let's see when my mentor is giving me time for preparation for humorous speech. I have not tried any humorous speech till now. So hopefully my mentor will give me time for my humorous speech. Hope my mentor is listening.
All the best
Thank
in that.
you. Thank you, Umesh, for the talking. So can we ask our guest Mallikarjun today? Didn't he? Mallikarjun, are you in the meeting?
I don't see anyone by name Malika.
I do see.
Okay, yes, we have.
Okay, fine. It is 8:15. I hope everybody is back. 5 minutes was over. It is just like flash of a second. Is everybody back?
Everyone who is back, please raise a red heart.
So keep your video on.
Raghu, just small note before you start. It was not taunting. It's a humble request. I also wanted to give a try for humorous speech.
Okay. The best humor is when you take it out of your life, the real life instance, and you can make out of it. It is not, it doesn't have to be something that you have to cook up. It is just like, for example, Nepal has felt all her life. So she took into a self-deprecating way, and she talked about this style, kid zone. I think that's the best way. You are either friend zone, is what you have heard so far. Kid zone, new word she has invented. So try to think in that angle, and it should come up.
Okay.
I hope everybody is back. Let's go back to our second section, evaluation. Unless we get somebody's feedback to improve upon specific feedback, because rather in our life, everybody judges us. You are not good, you are not fit, you are not fit for anything. And especially our manager says, please improve your communication. And they don't tell you what exact part. I still remember the day when one of our manager made me sit on one email from morning 10 a.m. to evening 4 p.m. And still I didn't get what exactly he wanted me to do with that shitty email. Till date I curse him, and I feel good that he moved out of my project after that. Anyways, coming back to this, in Toastmasters, we have this section where we are told or we are given specific feedback how we can become better. And we have 4 masters in the room today who are going to give us some good feedback. Let's start the evaluation section today. And first speaker today was Toastmaster Umesh Chavan, and her speech evaluator is Toastmaster Kalpana Chandika. I invite Toastmaster Kalpana Chandika to your evaluation. Before that, can I ask Toastmaster Nicola to be ready with the timer task? To let you know that timing guidelines for this is 2 to 3 minutes, 2, 2.5, and 3. Okay, thank you. So I will spotlight the speaker and the speech evaluator. And let us observe what are the facial expressions of both of them when they give the feedback. Over to you, Toastmaster Kalpana.
One thing that will be common between me and Umesh will be a smile. I'm sure about it. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. To win any battle our way, all we have to do is to wear a smile. And when you wear a smile, I'm sure the other person will definitely get little nervous and he's ready to lose the battle. This is what I understood in my life, and that is what I see when I see Umesh. I always see you smiling. So today you reminded that happiness is not what we own. It is something that we give. When we give back, that is when we will be identifying the true happiness in anyone's life. So Umesh, you carried the smile throughout your speech, and let me share the evaluation in traditional CRS methodology. Coming to the commendations, you started your speech with questions that were well connected with the audience, and you have practically placed few sections that helped to change the environment of the meeting and observed the few elements which were everybody were connected well with what you wanted to say. You had a strong message in your speech to give back to the society, which was very good. You have managed well all the difficult audience with your answers, and you achieved the main purpose of the project. Coming to recommendations, you can work on flow of your speech. You can add few personal anecdotes on why you felt giving back was necessary and how you felt after doing that, and can share few aspects of what you wanted to do in future about the same. You can also improve your rate of speech delivery. Overall, to summarize, you have given a confident speech and managed all the interruptions well. Great job in that. Adding few personal anecdotes and references to your action and reaction would enhance the effectiveness of your speech, and audience would definitely be more impacted. Your speech is not a dime of dozen and left an emotional peroration. All the best for your upcoming speeches. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kalpana. I have to check with Nikhila. Are you timing it properly? It is 2 to 3 minutes. I felt you were timing it different way.
2 to 3 minutes. She took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Raghu.
You should show green at 2 and then yellow at 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somehow I felt there's a disconnect. You showed green card earlier. So it creates a confusion. Please be careful with timer cards. I've seen that.
Some issue, I mean, maybe some lag. Otherwise, I'll ping. Raghu.
Yeah, you can also ping. That's fine.
Thank you.
Great. Next, second speaker was our Toastmaster Vikas, and speech evaluator is Toastmaster Siva. Before they start, let me spotlight them. Vikas, can you keep your video on? Thank you. Shiva, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, Vikas, for completing your L1 P2, the second project. I would like to evaluate your speech in typical sandwich method or CRS method, whatever we call it. The content which you took as an inspirational or motivational strategies, or the one which looking for takeaway. The content was nice, and you open your speech with a quotation, and you ask like questions to the audience to grab their attention. How many are with you? How many are feeling the same what you are feeling? This is a nice thing that we including in our speech. Adding personal anecdotes always relates to the audience and hook up to the speech what you are delivering. And there are good takeaways what you are trying to tell, the target, milestone, people, flexibility. You explained each and every point, or you didn't say the 4 things which I follow or some XYZ. You explained each and everything with example and the concept. Now I would like to give some recommendations to your speech. Point number 1, I felt it is not a repeated speech with the previous feedback. Maybe if you repeated what I feel was, it is not a repeated speech, it's a brand new. And number 2, you need to translate the quotations, the thing which you said in the Hindi, the opening, all the audience should be understood. You need to be translated into the English, whether it is in any regional language or any mother language, you need to translate it to English so that everyone will be understood. And I felt you look a bit nervous at the opening of your speech. That can be overcome by having a rigorous practice. While asking a question, you need to give a good pass, minimum of 20 or 30 seconds for a response. And make a single device while you are delivering. You are delivering your speech from your camera, you are seeing responses on the mobile. It looks your head down. Okay, it distracts the evaluator or the audience to see that whether you are there on the point or not. So if you have the both responses and your speech in the same camera, so that you look more confident. I felt a bit of preparation was required for you to deliver the speech. You will win the speech by implementing all the above, what the recommendations I have given. You need to more confident by preparation and need to translate everything in the English to get others to know. And a bit of preparation was required for you to deliver the speech, and the repetition of the same speech was the mandatory. If you implement all these things, you'll definitely win in your next project. Thank you. Over to Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Our third speaker today was Sai Sweta. Do we have Sai Sweta in the room? I don't see Sai Sweta. Oh, no, okay. And then speech evaluator is Ramesh. Ramesh, the lectern is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters. Special good evening to Toastmaster Shweta. What a wonderful speech it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. First, I would like to talk about the things that I enjoyed and liked the most in your speech. To begin with, the provocative title, Am I the Leader? I'm sure all of us have questioned ourselves, are we the leaders at least once in our life? Whoever aspired to become a leader. And you broke the ice with an interesting question. Didn't that pop up in your head? It did. All of us questioned and we just connected. That was wonderful that you evoked response in our audience minds. And you went on speaking about the amazing caption that talks about a leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way by John Maxwell. Wonderfully said. Thanks for adding it. And you also cracked the joke that when you search and Google the traits of a leader, you mentioned the enormous traits of a leader or the grocery list. It brought smile on audience mind, at least it did on me. And you also spoke about the story on Prince and the Sheep. It was very, very captivating. All the audience were engrossed into the story that you brought to us. And another point, you just look like a seasoned speaker with well-organized speech and the amount of confidence on your face and the intonation you added to your story. It was wonderful. And eventually you concluded your story with 30% of genetic and 70% of acquirable skills. And you also closed your speech with leaders are not born, but leaders are made, with a very, very powerful statement. That was wonderful. And moving on to my recommendations, there was a moving shadow on your behind. It was a bit distracting. I had checked before, it could have been wonderful. And another point, personal stories are very, very powerful, Shweta. I recommend adding your personal anecdotes, which are related to your own personal leadership style and ensuring what leadership style worked and what did not. Ultimately, what did you choose to pursue in your career or in your life? that could have added a lot more to the story, to your speech, and it could have taken your story speech to the next level. Especially, there are many different leadership styles, 4 or 5 as the Toastmasters, at least the bureaucratic, authoritative, pace setting, and democratic, and there are many. So you have, which you have not included, especially your speech objectives, I feel, are not met, because your speech objectives are to talk about the types of leadership styles and what did you choose to become. So your story around this could have been better. But otherwise, overall, I feel this has been an amazing speech, and I look forward for many more speeches from you. Thank you very much. Over to you, TMoD Toastmaster Raghu.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you.
It's time for our fourth speech evaluator, and let me add them both. The lectern is yours, Rajiv.
Once upon a time, this is what I used to hear, a good story. But all my thoughts is shackled today. Toastmaster Nepa, what a brilliant way to start, and you are an amazing storyteller without even uttering one single word. With that gesture, what you tried to convey was evidently clear. You have glued me into yourself in the entire speech with the brilliant introduction and the mastering way of storytelling. What all vivid gestures are you showing? The angle? Oh, poor face. And then humor. You had spreaded humor in all of the speech content throughout that I was just trying hard to stop my laugh. I was just continuously pressing my tummy. Oh, you have to concentrate on your speech. You are the evaluator. Very well, brilliantly done, adding the humor in and out and personalizing story in such an effective manner. Brilliantly done. Amazing storyteller you are with all those wonderful traits shown. Body movements. Have literally heard dancers gave their speeches, Lord dancers taught you eyes. You have literally shown me how we can speak through eyes. Your eyes spoke 0.5% of story. No words were needed for that. That was brilliantly done. The way how this project can be aced is done through your body languages. It showcased each bit in the story entirely. I really loved hearing all these aspects in your speech. And to propagate again, humor is your USP. You had done it brilliantly that we all were enjoying thoroughly and could relate to our personal experience. Being said that, if I could recommend you something that you can ace more and make this speech as the benchmark for L2, P2, that would be the pace. First thing is pace. You had enough content and all those were engaging, but some of the contents we didn't have time to imbibe because the pace was going in such a rush way. Maybe like Rajdhani Express, little bit slower, could have added more value. Second important thing is pause. Sometimes we hear it, but it takes some seconds to imbibe it into ourselves. So adding that pause does the magic alone. So adding a little pause and this controlling the pace with reducing the contents, maybe irrelevant contents. I don't see any relevant, but yeah, you can just add 1 or 2 contents that could enhance the speech with your energy and the USP of humor and the way you deliver the speech and the amazing storyteller you are. This speech you can take to the next level, and I hope you will be the epic TEDx speaker soon. Thanks and over.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajiv, for that wonderful evaluation.
Thank you very much, both of you. Now it's time for meeting evaluations. Let me invite Ward Master Grammarian of the Day, Toastmaster Manasa, for her report as grammarian. Manasa, are you in the room? I guess I don't see her. Yeah, I do see her. Manasa. Meanwhile, I'll call Toastmaster Nikhila to give timer report and also mention if all 4 speech evaluators are qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. Yeah, all are qualified, both speakers and evaluators. Toastmaster Umesh took 15 minutes, 10 seconds. Toastmaster Vikas took 6 minutes, 40 seconds. Toastmaster Sai Sweta took 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Toastmaster Nepa took 6 minutes, 25 seconds. Coming to evaluations, Toastmaster Kalpana took 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Toastmaster Shiva took 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Toastmaster Ramesh took 3 minutes, 25 seconds. And Toastmaster Rajiv took 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nikhila, for being attentive throughout the meeting. Timer is one of the toughest roles people don't want to take, especially when it comes to meetings or contests, because you have to be attentive throughout the meeting. Can I check if Manasa is ready with her report? Manasa, are you still in the room?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, Manasa, can you please give your report as a
Yeah,
grammarian?
yeah. 1 second. Yeah, instead of tall, I think so we can use towering sometimes because it makes sentence look good. And instead of demonstrate, we can also use speak sometimes. And then Toastmaster Kalpana ma'am used like idiom of the day and word of the day twice. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, Manasa. Okay, I will also give my report as general evaluator because I'm playing the dual role today. Let me go one by one with the speaker and evaluation pair. Toastmaster Umesh, great attempt at managing a difficult audience today. Coming to your speech, I felt it could have been little more content than just activities. I felt you have done 2 to 3 activities in between. Toastmaster Kalpana, your evaluation was to the point, but I felt that you did not move to the recommendation part till it was green card. Something that we have to learn is whenever you're evaluating someone's speech, just pick up 3 best commendations and 3 best recommendations and try to demonstrate that. Don't go over it. When you're trying to connect to the speech or speaker, please do not speak more than 30 seconds as a best practice. I think you went over a minute on that, Toastmaster Kalpana, almost about 1.5 minutes. When it comes to second speaker, Toastmaster Vikas and Toastmaster Shiva pair. Vikas, great speech when you thought about you will win, about something about office. This is something everybody can relate to. We all go through these situations. What I would suggest you is add voice to your speech. When you bring that voice, especially voice modulation, and try to bring those emotions, you still need to free up yourself when you're talking. Just don't, it's more not like giving a speech, but try to, as if you're talking to a friend, just try to communicate that, and then you will free up yourself. If you're able to do that, I think you can do much better than Toastmaster Shiva. I really love the way that you have taken my feedback and then lowered your piece when you're submitting your speech evaluation today. But one thing in your evaluation is try to avoid try to say I felt, because the main rule of evaluation that we follow in Toastmaster is what I felt as an evaluator, not what other person should do, because we are not judging them. Now coming to Sai Sweta and Toastmaster Ramesh. Sai Sweta, so I would say Toastmaster Ramesh, what an inspirational evaluation. You did great job there. Something that I have to learn from there. I've been looking into that aspect for a while now. I really loved it, but thing again is you went appreciating the speaker till green card. Something to learn is you should not go that level. 3 points, powerful point, commendation, powerful point for recommendation. Just pick it up and then tell them, because If we don't tell, who else will tell them the recommendations? The recommendation, what are their strengths? Try to bring the commendation instead of praising the speaker. Sweta, you had one powerful story to tell, but does it fit your speech is not what you need to see. Leadership style is what you're going to have to pick it up. So you should have chosen something, as your evaluator already has told. Pick up something in line with your speech. And your speech, your story was almost till your red card. Only then you started talking about yourself. Next time, you are giving a story to open up your speech. It should not be more than 1 to 2 minutes. The rest of the speech should be your personal anecdote or something that you want to talk about. For that aspect, I would suggest you to do proper training in pathways and then work upon your idea. Maybe connect with your mentor and see how your speech adjusts is there. Next, coming to Toastmaster Nepa Vikramasinghe. As Rajiv has told, I mean, the pain was something, it has happened for a good thing. You both did great job in your speech, and also Rajiv in his evaluation. Great job there again. But Rajiv, again, you went till green card when you were appreciating the speaker. Maybe something that you need to see next time. It should not be the time that you should appreciate more. It clearly mentioned these are the strengths and these are the something improvement areas. So Nepa, a great speech again, but what is needed for me is something that you need to see. We are not here to entertain. Though we are giving humorous speech, the part is what is the takeaway for me as an audience. So next time you are giving a humorous speech, try to consider that part. What is the takeaway that I can give a part of it? That is it. Other than that, you are a complete package of the great speaker. So I enjoyed all the speeches today. You all did a great job. I hope my feedback to you will be taken in a positive manner, and it will help you become a better version of what you were yesterday. With that note, I sign off as the Toastmaster of the day and pass the control back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for that complete package of how a speech should be and how evaluation should be, and you have given the details. Can we please request you to launch the best evaluator poll as well? Meanwhile, I don't see any guest. John, can you please share your feedback? May I request Toastmaster John to please share your feedback on the meeting today?
Hi, actually, I was submitting the vote. Thank you for asking that. Yeah, good evening, all, once again. Yeah, I joined actually late in the meeting after 2 speeches. But even though I enjoyed the remaining 2 speeches and the excellent evaluation by the evaluators. Keep it up, guys. I wish you all the very best, and many more. Wish to join many more meetings. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster John. We would like to see you forward into our meetings. Yes. May I request the Zoom Master, Toastmaster of the day, Raghu, to please announce the results?
I would, but before that, I would request everyone to keep their video on for a nice picture.
Shiva, Indira, Manasa.
Everyone can keep heart shape on their screen if possible.
One, two, three, cheers. Yes, I have. Okay, the best speaker for today is Toastmaster Nepa Vikramasinghe. Thank you for joining us today, Nepa, and ensuring that we all have a smile to take back from the meeting.
Thank you so much, DTM Raghu.
Now we have a tie in our speech evaluators. Someone who is a power package evaluator whose evaluation was more like a speech, and other who was a motivational speech evaluator, Toastmaster Ramesh and Toastmaster Rajiv. Congratulations, both of you. I will share the certificates over WhatsApp to both of you. Thank you. Pass the control to deciding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. And we will not do any voting for the role players. All the role players will get their certificate via WhatsApp. Anyone who would like to give feedback on the meeting? Today we have a lot of visiting Toastmasters.